Right now, as you're watching this, there's a choice sitting in front of you. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you finally feel ready, right now. And this one choice, this seemingly tiny decision that most people completely ignore, will literally determine whether you're living your dream life 5 years from now or still stuck exactly where you are today, wondering what the hell happened to all that time. I'm not talking about some motivational poster nonsense or another get-rich-quick scheme that promises to change your life in 30 days. I'm talking about something so simple it sounds stupid, but so powerful that once you understand it, you'll never look at your daily routine the same way again. Here's what nobody tells you about success. It's not built in the big moments. It's not built when the cameras are rolling or when everyone's watching. Success is built in the invisible hours, in the moments when you're alone with your thoughts and nobody's keeping score. And there's one specific hour every single day where your brain is operating at peak performance, where your willpower is strongest, where your focus is laser sharp, and where the person you become in that hour determines the person you'll be for the next 5 years. Most people waste this hour. They give it away to social media, to snoozing alarms, to mindlessly scrolling through other people's highlight reels while their own dreams collect dust. But the top 1% of achievers, the people you admire, the ones living lives you wish you had, they figured out how to capture this hour and turn it into compound interest for their future. I've spent the last 3 years studying exactly what separates people who transform their lives from people who stay stuck, and what I discovered will blow your mind. It all comes down to one choice you make every single morning. One choice that either sets you up to win or programs you to lose before most people even wake up. And I'm about to show you exactly what that choice is, how to make it work for you, and why this might be the most important video you watch this year. Because 5 years from now, you're either going to thank yourself for the decision you make right now, or you're going to be sitting in the exact same spot, wondering why nothing ever changed. But first, let me paint you a picture of what's really happening while you're asleep. Your brain doesn't just shut down for 8 hours. It's actually working harder than a night shift nurse, processing memories, solving problems, and most importantly, resetting your mental operating system. When you wake up, you're not just opening your eyes, you're booting up the most sophisticated computer on the planet with a full battery, maximum processing power, and 0 distractions. Scientists call this state flow-prone neuroplasticity. In normal person terms, your brain is basically wet cement for the first 90 minutes after you wake up. Whatever you pour into it during this window, it hardens into neural pathways that shape how you think, feel, and act for the rest of the day. Pour in anxiety by checking your phone, you're cementing stress. Pour in distraction by scrolling social media, you're cementing scattered thinking. But pour in intention, focus, and growth, and you're literally rewiring your brain for success. This isn't some feel-good theory. This is hard science. Your cortisol levels are naturally elevated in the morning, which sounds bad, but it's actually your body's way of giving you superpowers. You've got peak dopamine, maximum willpower, and your prefrontal cortex. The part of your brain responsible for decision-making and self-control is running at full capacity. But here's where it gets insane. The average person wastes this biological advantage within 5 minutes of waking up. They roll over, grab their phone, and instantly download 50 different people's problems, opinions, and drama directly into their peak performance brain state. It's like having a Ferrari and using it as a paperweight. Meanwhile, the people who are actually winning at life, they treat those first 90 minutes like sacred ground. They protect it like their life depends on it, because frankly, their future does depend on it. They understand that how you start your day doesn't just affect your day, it affects your decade. Think about it this way. If you could choose any hour of the day to work on your most important goal, when would you pick? When you're exhausted after work, when you're stressed about deadlines, when your mental energy is running on fumes, Or would you pick the hour when your brain is fresh, your focus is sharp, and the world hasn't started demanding pieces of your attention yet? The choice seems obvious, but most people do the opposite. They give their best mental energy to other people's emergencies and their worst energy to their own dreams. They check emails before they check in with themselves. They consume other people's content before they create their own. They react to the world before they decide how they want to show up in it. But what if you flipped that script? What if you claimed that first hour as yours? What if you used your peak brain state to build the life you actually want instead of just surviving the life you have? I'm talking about something bigger than productivity hacks or morning routines. I'm talking about identity transformation, because every morning you're casting a vote for the type of person you want to become. You're either voting for the version of yourself that takes control, that shows up with intention, that builds something meaningful, or you're voting for the version that just reacts to whatever life throws at you. And here's the thing about votes, they compound. One vote doesn't change an election, but 365 votes in the same direction. That changes everything. That's how you go from dreaming about change to actually becoming the change. The most successful people I know aren't successful because they're naturally gifted or because they got lucky breaks. They're successful because they figured out how to win their mornings, and winning your morning is how you win your life. But I can already hear what you're thinking. You're not a morning person. You hate waking up early. You've tried this before and it didn't work. Trust me, I get it. I used to be the person who hit snooze 6 times and then spent the rest of the day feeling behind and anxious. But what I'm about to show you isn't about becoming a morning person. It's about becoming the person who doesn't waste their most powerful hour on autopilot. It's about understanding that your morning routine isn't just what you do, it's who you become. So what does this actually look like in practice? How do you transform from someone who drags themselves out of bed to someone who owns their morning like they own their future? It starts with understanding that this isn't about perfection. This isn't about becoming some Zen master who meditates for 3 hours while the sun rises. This is about claiming 1 hour, just one, and using that hour to prove to yourself that you're the kind of person who follows through. Here's the framework that changes everything. I call it the Power Hour Protocol, and it's built on 5 non-negotiable pillars that will rewire your brain and reshape your life. Pillar 1. Hydration. Like your dreams depend on it. The moment you wake up, before you do anything else, drink a full glass of water. Your body just went 8 hours without hydration. Your brain is literally running on empty. You're not tired. You're dehydrated. You're not unmotivated. You're just operating on low battery. That glass of water is like hitting the reset button on your entire system. Pillar 2. Movement that matters. I'm not asking you to run a marathon or deadlift your body weight. I'm asking you to move with intention. 10 minutes. Stretch, walk, do jumping jacks, dance like nobody's watching, because guess what? Nobody is watching. This isn't about fitness. This is about telling your body that today is different. Today, we're awake, we're alive, and we're ready to take action. Pillar 3. Mental clarity through stillness. Spend 10 minutes in complete silence. No music, no podcasts, no distractions. Just you and your thoughts. Pray, meditate, or simply sit and breathe. This is where you reconnect with who you are underneath all the noise and chaos of daily life. This is where your best ideas surface, where your intuition speaks up, where you remember what actually matters to you. Pillar 4. Intention setting through writing. Grab a pen and paper, not your phone, and write down 1 goal for the day. Not 20 goals, not a massive to-do list that makes you feel overwhelmed before you even start. 1 clear, specific target that moves you closer to who you want to become. This isn't just planning. This is programming your subconscious mind to look for opportunities and solutions throughout the day. Pillar 5. Learning that levels you up. Consume something that makes you smarter, stronger, or more skilled. Read 5 pages of a book that challenges your thinking. Watch an educational video that teaches you something new. Listen to a podcast that expands your perspective. This is how you compound your knowledge, while everyone else is compounding their confusion through social media. Now here's the secret sauce that makes all of this stick. You have to protect this hour, like your life depends on it, because your future literally does depend on it. No phone, no emails, no text messages, no exceptions. This hour belongs to you and the person you're becoming. But what if you mess up? What if you sleep in or skip a day or fall back into old patterns? Here's the truth nobody talks about. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about getting back on track faster than you fall off. It's about treating every morning like a new opportunity to vote for your future self. Because here's what happens when you stack these mornings on top of each other. Day 1, you feel a little different. Day 7, you notice your energy is more stable. Day 30, people start commenting on your focus and clarity. Day 90, you look in the mirror and realize you're becoming someone you actually respect. And after a full year of protecting your morning hour, you've essentially given yourself a masterclass in self-mastery. While everyone else spent 365 hours scrolling through other people's lives, you spent 365 hours building your own. While they were consuming, you were creating. While they were reacting, you were responding. The math is undeniable. 1 intentional hour per day equals 365 hours per year. That's over 9 full work weeks dedicated to your growth, your goals, your transformation. Multiply that by 5 years, and you've invested nearly 2,000 hours into becoming the person you've always wanted to be. But most people won't do this. They'll watch this video, feel inspired for about 3 minutes, and then go right back to hitting snooze and wondering why nothing changes. They'll choose the comfort of staying the same over the discomfort of growth. They'll pick instant gratification over long-term transformation. Don't be most people. Your alarm clock isn't just a device that wakes you up. It's a daily referendum on who you want to become. Every time it goes off, you get to vote. You can vote for the version of yourself that makes excuses, that procrastinates, that lets life happen to them. Or you can vote for the version that takes control, that shows up with intention, that builds the life they actually want. The choice is yours, but choose wisely, because 5 years from now, you'll either be living the compound results of the choice you make tomorrow morning, or you'll be sitting exactly where you are right now, wondering what would have happened if you had just gotten up when the alarm went off. If you're ready to stop hitting snooze on your potential and start building the life you've been dreaming about, drop a comment below with the time you're setting your alarm for tomorrow. Because accountability is the bridge between intention and results. And if this video opened your eyes to the power of that first hour, do me a favor and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Because the best way to solidify a commitment to yourself is to help someone else make the same commitment. Your future self is counting on the decision you make tonight. Don't let them down.